You know that sliding chord thing that guys like Hendrix do? But for the most part, it's just a lot of bar chords with a chord inversion, some surrounding pentatonic notes. And once you learn to link those together, you can get that kind of sound. So in this lesson, we're going to do exactly that. And there'll be a free PDF to accompany this, so check the description for that. So first, if we start with the major bar chord with the root note on the E, so in this case it would be A major because our root note is on the 5th fret of the low E. If I'm playing one of these chords, a really nice spot is right above it on the B and high E string. We have the top of pattern 2 here. So we have these two notes here and these two here, right? We also have this note here from pattern 2 and this note here. So the top 3 strings of pattern 2. You can do these double stop things where you're combining different notes within that shape together. Another really nice thing to do when you're there, since we're in pattern 2, we can slide down to pattern 1 and play these notes here. So that gives us a few notes to work with. And thankfully, because of the way guitar is, this obviously moves wherever you play that major chord. So if I did that in the key of C, I still have that pattern 2 section up here, and then I can slide back into my pattern 1. And that's going to work really well. Now with that same major bar chord shape on the E string, what we can do is we can go across to here, and we can play what's known as an inversion of the chord. Now what an inversion is, it's just the exact same notes from the chord, but with a different note on the bottom. So in this case, we have what's known as our third on the bottom. So if my major chord is here, I can play this inversion shape over here. Now once I've inverted it, I also have some scale tones around that are really nice. So quite easy, if I'm over here in my inversion, I just play 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9 on the bottom 3 strings. And it sounds quite nice to hammer on into that. And you can experiment with all the double stops within that, just where you play 2 notes together. Cool. And always coming back to this to make it sound resolved. So now with that major bar chord, you got quite a lot to work with. We've got our major bar chord, we got the pattern 2 up here, pattern 1 back here. Or our major bar chord, we can go over to this inversion and then play the scale notes around it. So now anytime you're playing that plain old major bar chord, you can experiment with some of these ideas, give it a bit of flair. Now next up we have our major bar chord if the root note's on the A string. So this A major bar chord shape, you've probably played before. So in this case this would be a D major chord. Now first off, the scale tones that surround that, if we're here we have 5 and 7 and 5 and 7 on the E and A string. Those are pretty cool. And we also have 5 and 7 and 5 and 7 on the B and high E. Low E and A, 5 and 7, high E. We also have 5 and 7. And just like with our bar chord on the low E, we can play an inversion of this major bar chord on the A. And it's the exact same shape, just on different strings. So now we're going to move across again, and we play the same 3-note shape, but now we're on the A, D, and B string, just like that. So if this is a D major, this is D major in first inversion. And just like the other inversion, we can play these scale tones here. So 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, around that inversion shape. So root chord, and then I can invert it and play those scale notes. Or I can do those 5s and 7s in the same box as the chord on the E, A, B, and high E string. and I can move that. Cool, you get the idea. Now before we move on, I just want to mention I have actually started a YouTube membership. It's pretty cheap, but I'll be posting more raw, unedited little tips up there. Just useful pieces of information that I found have helped people a lot, but don't necessarily warrant a full-on video with this full production. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure to check that out too. Now next up is our minor bar chords. So if we play a minor bar chord with the root on the E string, so in this case A minor, I find these notes in the middle here, so 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7 on these bottom 3 strings. They're really nice to chuck in there. So whenever you're playing a minor bar chord, you got these 3 strings here and just playing 2 frets apart on each of them. Now we're not going to do the inversion for the minor bar chords because I just don't find it lends itself as well to this kind of playing. Now if we're playing a minor bar chord with the root note on the A string, so this A minor type shape, in this case it would be a D minor chord, I find the best notes are actually going 2 frets back and playing these kind of notes. So now to put some of this together in a song that has a mix of these types of chords. So let's take Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix because there's a bit going on with that. So we've got E minor here on the A string, so I can slide back. Then G major here, so I could invert that. A minor here, so I've got these middle strings. Then E minor again, use the same one, slide back. B minor, use these middle notes here. A minor, and then G, I'll use this G here, and then pattern 2, then F, I know the timing's not right, and then I could invert this if I want, or I could use these notes below or above, and then we have, forgetting the song now, it's a C after that. Right, major on the E string, so I can pattern 2, slide back, and then D, same thing if I want. Then back to E minor. So not the most musical example, but I was trying to demonstrate what I'm doing there and how I'm using these shapes to get that kind of Jimi Hendrix sound. But if you do need more help with this stuff, I do offer 4-week practice plans to give you some guidance for 4 weeks so you know exactly what to work on and make some really good progress in like 30 days. And as well as that, I do have a 90-day intensive, which is my more full-on coaching where we're constantly in contact on WhatsApp and I'm checking your practice and we're having a lesson weekly. But I'll leave links for that down below if you do want to check that out. But otherwise, if you did understand all this stuff, that's great. However, if you do want to understand the relationship between bar chords and pentatonic scales more, I have a whole video which explains how your bar chords and pentatonic scales are linked everywhere on the guitar, so you'll be able to play freely in any spot you desire. So check that out over here if you're interested, but otherwise, I'll see you next time.